My baby had sepsis 2 weeks after they discharged me home. Don't judge me, don't judge me. Stay tuned, guys. Sit down, relax, and hear my story. So, when they discharged us back home with the twins, I was like, wow, mom of twins with a toddler. It is well. I was happy, but to be honest, I had a lot of support. But when I got home, people were not able to help me because they told me in the hospital that because they haven't had their first immunization injection because of their weight, I should be careful who touches the baby. Even me as a mom, I need to wash my hand for every time I touch them, I feed them, I change them. So I literally have like a bucket beside me where I wash my hand, like a bucket tap where I wash my hand before I touch them, before I change them. In fact, outside my house, my door, I put as you are entering, do not touch. My husband even had to wash the tank, called somebody to come and wash the tank so that the water passing through will be clean for us. We had to put everything in check. But my mom organized somebody like a woman to come assist me because it was beginning to be a lot for me. And my husband had to go to work too. We just needed that help. And my mom was like, she also has experience with twins. It would be better for her to come around to come and assist me. She came around, I was happy, but I didn't know that she had her own, she was dealing with like a family problem she was dealing with. And when she came around, me being friendly, I was trying to make her comfortable so that, the way you treat people matters, also how you want them to treat your children too. But when it is time midnight to do baby vigil or even daytime, I will be reminding her, make sure you wash your hand before you change these children pampers. Even after you change their pampers, wash your hand before you feed them. Even if you are taking care of baby number one, wash your hand. I know it's a lot, but I just needed to do that for a short period of time, which I already explained to her. Then at night, when I do maybe some of the baby vigil, baby night feeding, I go to bed and sleep. I tell her to carry on just so that she can sleep early, so she can rest and like that. But when it's her turn to do it, I didn't know that she would literally change their pampers, not wash her hand, and make their food and the drink until when it's my husband's turn to take over again to assist. Then she just caught her, like he was like, yeah, baby, she too, she's that baby. Why are you not washing your hand? But we told you and explained to you what was going on. And then she was like, she's sorry, she keeps forgetting and everything. My husband was so upset, like, but we assisted you, we explained to you what was going on. Guys, 3 days or 1 week after, I just noticed that the twins started stooling so bad. Like in 2 hours, I used two pampers. That was how bad it was. I had to rush to the hospital. My husband was not around, but my big sister came to visit me at that time. That same big sister, yes, in my first video talking about how she assisted me with my first baby. We had to rush the baby to the hospital. My friend also came to visit me at that time. Yeah, she saw that I was so distressed. Me and that my friend and my big sister, we went to the hospital where I gave birth to the babies. And then when the doctor saw, they were like, no, 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 there's no bed space, but you need to take these babies to another hospital. I went there was no bed space. We had to manage, put them on our legs. They were trying to check their blood. There was no blood before they now told me that these babies, they have sepsis and they need blood, they need this and that. If that place was so not comfortable, we had to now go to another hospital. You remember that doctor that helped me, that pediatric? Yes, she was the one that told me that I should bring the babies to one particular hospital. When I got there, it's a private hospital, before they now started checking, giving them blood. The doctor said, you are a very, very sensitive mother for you to realize that you didn't even need to wait for 12 hours to guess, like, this they are stooling. Does it really matter? You brought them, and that was how these children escaped the extreme sepsis. She said, if not, most of them, they get blind, deaf, cut hand, and I was so scared of. Like, I was just like, they said, how did you make the children have infection? But I thought we gave you instruction about how you should be very careful and everything. Like, it was a lot. It was a lot at that period. And honestly, I tried my best to make that woman so comfortable because we also pay her. But because I pay her doesn't mean I will treat her harsh, because she's also somebody else's mother. But in fact, at some point, even when the doctor told me to go home and go and sleep, and said, okay, let me leave the nanny with them, she also saw what the nanny was doing. Even when she saw that these babies were still in the hospital, she had to sit me down and say, Mrs. O, you need to let this woman go and deal with you and your husband yourself till you find somebody that can do it for you. And that's how we had to let her go. And I had to do it myself. Me and my husband, we did it ourselves till they gained that weight and they got their first immunization. And that was it. And that was it. But we thank God. They are now big boy and girl. So that's it, guys. That's how my babies escaped, being amputated or whatsoever causes sepsis brings to babies. And then I tell you, they were very young. They were like 2 weeks old after I had them, or 3 weeks, because I spent, I think, 1 week in the hospital, 1 week plus in the hospital when they put them in an incubator or something, or yeah, 2 weeks plus. But that's it, guys. Thank you guys for staying tuned and watching. See you guys in my next video. Bye.